What's going on? Come into the room. Step into the room, Caroline. We're going to have a little conversation right quick about the Reset by Design Wellness Retreat to Ghana in November. So if you were interested in joining the retreat, we're going to have a little discussion this morning about what it all entails. Okay. Just a little quick combo right quick to answer any of you guys' questions if you wanted to join us for the Ghana retreat. I'm so excited, y'all. I'm so excited. Okay, listen. Hey, what's going on? I recently have been hearing so many things about Ghana and how beautiful it is, like even more so. So I'm extremely excited. Cheers. What? I live in Qatar if you ever visit. Okay. The retreat is November 1st through the 9th. We're gonna be at 2 different locations. I'm literally just waiting on Taisha and and Kina. Okay, having technical difficulties. Okay, so I'm just waiting on them to hop in the live and answer any. So I'm from South Africa, never been to Ghana. Maybe you should. People are coming from other countries. That's another thing. Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Child, I'm all right.
I think so. Kina should be joining. She's in Georgia, so I'm in Maryland and she's in Georgia, but she should be requesting to join you if she hasn't accepted your request.
I see her. Hold up. I see her, but she hasn't made the request. Let me see if I can just send it to her. But yeah, no, I am so excited. I've been for some reason, I just watched somebody's video talking about Ghana and how beautiful it is. And I'm like, well, I'm going. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to be going back.
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing, Kina?
Fine, how are you?
I'm good now that I got my coffee.
Stand there.
Okay. So I wanted you guys to just come on my live and explain to the people what's going to happen on this trip to Ghana, because I know we're going to 2 different locations. Just give them, a little brief synopsis of what's all going to take place on this amazing wellness trip to Ghana in November, you guys. So go to their website to sign up. I just want to start off by saying that resetbydesignwellness.com. Make sure you go to the website to sign up. Okay? Yes. So whichever one of you would like to start.
I'll start out. So first I want to just introduce myself. I am Ty Murphy, and I am one of the co-founders of Reset by Design Wellness. I'm an integrative health coach as well as a registered yoga teacher. And Kina, you can introduce yourself.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm Kina Huffman. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. I've been practicing for over 10 years now. I deal with individual couples as well as family therapy for those who are looking for therapists here in Georgia. I love giving support to everyone, especially everything with the family dynamics.
Okay. So that explains, what y'all basically do for a living, which is great because we need that. I didn't even know that Kina was a family therapist, so that's great. Are we going to be employing some of your expertise on this trip as well, Kina?
Absolutely. So on the trip to Ghana, I will be serving as a life coach because I'm only licensed here in Georgia. So anywhere outside of Georgia, I will be considered a life coach. And the purpose of me being there was to be able to address particular who are dealing with different stressors. We all talk about wellness when it comes to the physical aspect of our life. Everybody knows you go to doctors for checkups and everything like that, but your mental health is just as important. knowing who you are and knowing where your mental well-being lies is very important. And hopefully on this trip, that's what we'll be able to help women with. Know yourself, know your boundaries, know when you're overwhelmed, know who to ask for help and when to ask for help.
Yeah, and then I'm going to add on like the why Ghana. So Ghana played a pivotal role in my healing when I was going through depression. I took my second solo trip there, and I just remember going there and just being able to just be without thinking about being a Black woman. I was just able to be. And that's not what we get here in this country. When we wake up every day, we're reminded of that. So that was like one of the main reasons why I chose Ghana for this retreat, for the Heritage and Reset. As far as the retreat goes, it does come with the African ancestry test. So we really did want people to get in, and sign up so that we could get the results back in time before November, because that does take a few months. But to answer your question about like what's going to be going on. So like a day at the retreat is pretty much going to be, we'll get up and we'll practice mindfulness. We'll do some yoga, some meditation. Some of the days we will be doing like active workout with Afro beats, some reggae, and like a hip hop mix. We want to kind of keep it focused on the Afro beats though, just for the theme of being on a continent. And then we'll break out into some workshops, and our workshops are designed to meet the needs of our attendees. And that is one of the things that kind of sets us apart from other retreats. Based on what I've been to and what I've seen, we will focus it on what our attendees need. So that's something that we set up beforehand. And then, so back to our itinerary. So we'll have some journaling time, the yoga, the meditation, the Afrobeat workouts. We'll have some breakout sessions. What else? We'll do some activities on the resort as well, and there will be downtime. So I don't want anyone to think that you're just going to be on the go the entire time. You will have some me time that is extremely important, and that's really what we're going to be trying to focus on and have women focus on. Okay, you have to have that time to yourself to just settle and just make sure you're relaxed and you are where you need to be in that moment. So that'll be the breaks, throughout the day, group activities, and pretty much we're going to be on a resort for 4 nights. And so you pretty much get to pick whatever activities are available for you, as well as activities that we have planned. Like we do have the boat cruise planned for that first resort. And then, like I said, some other activities that the attendees can choose, to do individually or to do as a group. It's pretty much up to them. And then when we leave there, we're going to another region of Ghana, and we'll visit some castles. We're going to be at a beachfront resort when we get there. And so it's not going to be as intensive as the first few days, because this is going to be the time where you're actually going to get to really enjoy more of the Ghanaian culture. We're going to be out and about more out in the central region. And so we're going to have a beach bonfire. There's going to be a cultural dance. I have some other activities planned that we can do together, but everyone will still have that downtime for the end of the trip.
That's great. Okay, so let me ask you a question. You said you took your first solo trip to Ghana yourself. Did you have, was there like a moment of epiphany in order for you to feel like other women need to come back and be in this space and see it for themselves?
Well, that was my second solo trip, but not at that moment. It was after, like when I returned home, and it actually happened around COVID. So as soon as I got back, COVID hit. So we were all in the house. And so, but when I got to the point that I was completely healed, I really started to just think about everything that had gone on over the past few years. And of course, when I came back, I was actually better, which was surprising, because if you suffer from depression, you don't you just don't feel good like the next day.
Right.
Or the next week, like it's a progression. And I felt a lot better while I was there, which was surprising. And that really got me to thinking a lot of times it is about your environment, you know, that plays a huge role. And so when I got back, I was like, you know what? Let me get myself together. And I think I may want to share this with other women, but I wanted to make sure that I was good. I was 100% before I could share that with other women. And I got some certifications, you know, so that when we did decide to do the international retreats, we're not just doing a retreat and saying, oh, we're just going to have a wellness retreat, but I wanted to have the credentials behind it. And Kina already had it, you know, as far as the mental health aspects. So yeah, that's.
Did you tell me that you actually own property there too?
I do. I do.
Okay.
I have landing. Yeah.
And was that easy to obtain? I'm just curious.
So I use YouTube for a lot of my resources. Okay, so I connected with a YouTuber. That's how I went to Ghana the first time. Like I had plans on going to the Gambia. Yeah, but then I had like this exit plan. I was going through a lot.
Gambia too. Yeah. Oh my God. I was watching all of the YouTubers talk about the Gambia, like right around the pandemic. So, oh my God, yes, please. You have to tell us who you followed that brought you to Ghana.
I really don't want to say that. It's a lot behind that. So I prefer not to say that was.
Child, always from this.
I don't really, well, I'm not going to go there. I can't really say that. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that.
We're not here for that.
Right.
But y'all, I'm just saying, it's funny how there's always some mess. But yeah, but
we're
not going to be on any mess with this.
Right. I am very thankful for that YouTuber and that opportunity to come there. And I met a good friend who was also there from the YouTuber. And so she and I stayed connected, and she started to build her house. And then, well, she started the process, and then she was introduced to a chief by a neighbor. And we end up getting land. Like her house is literally built. It's my house. And then there's another Black American lady who's next to me.
Oh,
so
wow.
We have a total of 6 plots. I have my fence built right now. The process is not necessarily going to be the same for everyone. You know, I do have contacts in Ghana, so if people are interested in that, maybe down the road. But
yeah,
for this was safe because she was there and she had like a real connection with those people. There was a process. You don't just go buy land. Like you have to go to the chiefs and all of that stuff. So she did all of that for us. And then, so we have that, I think it's like a 99-year type of lease on the land. So it's like whatever the locals get, that is what we have. I don't think people always get that depending on who they connect with.
Okay.
But yes, so it wasn't the easiest process, but it really wasn't that difficult. But I don't suggest that anyone just go and purchase land. Like you need to make sure that you're connected with legit people.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Because I mean, just me personally, it's something that's just been in my mind to have land there. Because I don't know why, but I just kind of feel like, child, we don't know what's going to happen over here. I need an exit plan. I need to be able to go somewhere. Yes. Okay? I need to be able to go somewhere and blend in and feel safe. And I feel like this is like the beginning of my opportunity for that. Because I have been, like, when I tell you, literally 2019, it was when it really started becoming like a thing for me. I want to go to Africa. I want to go to Africa. I want to go to Africa. So this is like a dream come true for me. So I'm very grateful to you guys for reaching out to me.
Yeah, and you know, I've been following you for years. So I told you that, and I thought about, I was like, okay, who wants that? You were the one, like you had mentioned it. I know you were looking at some people in the Gambia as well. So I am familiar with that. But yeah, you know, we could talk about that offline as far as the land goes. But yeah, it's definitely possible. When we go to Ghana, we're not going to visit the region that I stayed in. I was in a northern region. Yeah. So we're not going to be there. That's a completely different vibe. that's somewhere that if you were interested, you would want to visit first. You want to visit in general.
Yes.
But it's a little different in the north. It's not a positive or a negative. It's just different.
Yeah.
It's not as developed as
let's
Accra is.
say a little more countryside. I mean, just like in the States, there's certain areas that are a little bit more country
Yes.
and less developed in cities. So yeah, of course.
Yes.
But we just want everybody to know that you have your, you know, a lot of experience being there,
Yes.
spending time there, you know, so we can feel comfortable knowing that we're with someone who spends a lot of time going back and forth.
Yeah, in Ghana, I'm gonna tell you, I felt so safe when I was there. I actually feel safer there than I do here at times. Most places here, I feel safer in Ghana, even if I'm solo traveling, right? Now, I don't necessarily suggest solo traveling for everyone, but if that's in your spirit and you're that person, it's great. Okay. But for me, it was, I mean, I'm just that person. I'm an adventurer. I'm going to go out and do it. If I don't have anyone to do it with me, I'm going to figure it out on my own. So, yeah. But yeah, Ghana's a great place. It's safe and it's welcoming, you know, and I know that generally when people go visit, especially for the first time, they get that, they have that feeling, especially as women, like we have that feeling. And Black people in general, we think about, okay, I'm Black every day, right? When we wake up. But when you're there, everyone's Black. Even though for us, we're going to be considered probably more fair skinned, you know, and probably really try, you know, say we're white. But, you know, that's just a correction, though. Some of them will say that, some of them won't. But, you know, no, we're Black. We're still Black like you.
Yeah. So, just give us a little while under this sun.
Yes.
Because from what I understand, African sun is different. And if you spend an extensive amount of time, you will be darker, like overall, kind of how we are in the summer here. It's more like, you know, all the time. Because one of the girls that I watch on YouTube who's in the Gambia, like I saw her skin tone change and like, you know, it just stays that way after that. So I was just kind of like, yeah, y'all just give us a little minute. We'll brown. We'll brown.
It's a beautiful tan. And it's I don't know, I didn't get burnt when I was there. So
I heard that too.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, you know, we'll definitely tan. My friend has an amazing tan. So, and she's lighter skinned, but she has a really nice tan, you know, from living there. So
okay, so you know we American and some of us are a little bougie. So what can we expect as far as like, you know, electricity and water and AC, you know, those types of things?
So everywhere we're
staying, you know.
Yeah, everywhere that we're staying, it has all of that. The hotels that we're staying at, they're like 5-star hotels. Okay. You have your AC, you have water, but even we would drink bottled water there. We're not going to drink their water. So, but that's like when you travel anywhere, you pretty much, you know, drink bottled water. So it's the same as if you travel to Mexico, you know, or, you know, the Caribbean, you're not drinking their water. Facilities are very nice. Those are things that we discuss once you actually are, you know, a part of the retreat. You sign up and then you have questions. We'll give you more details. But yeah, everything, like all the accommodations are very nice. I wanted to make sure that we were staying at places that people would be comfortable at, you know. And yeah, these places are definitely that. So
can I hear from both of you what would be, I feel like, because you are participating as well as running this, so what would be your favorite activity that we're going to be involved in while we're there?
Well, for me personally, because I have not been to Ghana, this will be my first time over there. So all the activities for me are going to be my favorite, I'm pretty sure. But because of my profession, I think my favorite activities will also be those breakout groups that we're going to have to be able to connect with our participants that are going, to hear their stories, to see, you know, where they are, where they want to get to mentally. So again, because of my profession, I kind of thrive on things like that. So that would be my favorite. But I've always wanted to go to Africa. I've just never, and I'm not adventurous like Ty, so I'm not going myself. So this is wonderful for me.
Yeah, I would say for me, more than one thing, right? First off, just having everyone there, especially if you haven't been there. So being able to share that with everyone. That's going to be one of my favorite things, as well as the African ancestry reveal. I'm really looking forward to that because I remember when I got mine, I was like so excited, in tears, all of that. So I'm looking forward to that. And I think that also brings another aspect to it. You know, like you get your results and you find out exactly where your people come from. And you're
I
on a
can't wait.
continent, right? You're on a continent when that happens. So I'm definitely like looking forward to that. I would also say the workshops as well as Kina, because my focus is really mindfulness and, you know, just getting yourself centered. And I really want women to learn how to center themselves in a healthy way. That does not mean that you have to neglect anyone, but it just means center yourself. So I really, that's what I'm looking for. Our workshops that are going to be, that really are going to hone into, you know, giving women the tools to focus on them first. And then once they're good, everyone else around them will be good.
Yes. I'm excited about it. I'm actually like getting even more excited as we're sitting here talking about it because, you know, I'm from New Orleans, so we have like a very rich culture. And in my family, we have a very rich culture and lineage. Like my family's well known in New Orleans. So like, you know, we mass Indian. So there's a lot of culture in that I have a lot of pride in. So finding out where we come from even more, which is something we've tried to do in past years. Like we've tried to figure out where we actually come from, but we can only go as far back as either Haiti or Jamaica. I'm not sure which one it is, but after the Haitian Revolution, somebody came here and, you know, the line continues here. That's all we really know. But beyond, like, I can't wait to find out what tribe, you know, my
Mhm.
family is actually linked to because we have our own tribe here. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it's very exciting for me. And also like as a person that is already like, you know, a person that meditates, a person that loves nature, a person that really connects in that way. I cannot wait to see what it feels like to connect there because I am someone who has noticed how I feel when I travel to different places.
Mhm.
Like every place has a different type of energy. You feel just slightly different. And sometimes you're not even able to ground yourself in the same way depending on where you are. And I've noticed that as I've traveled a lot, you know, recently, how I feel very grounded here in New Orleans or how I feel grounded in California, not as much in Texas, not as much in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to see what it's like to be there because of all that universal consciousness and, you know, what our ancestors went through. As much as people like to act like that's not something we, you know, can feel, we do feel that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I can't wait to see what that's like. And I'm excited for everybody that's going to be coming along because I feel like this is going to be an amazing experience for us to all be there together. Like, whenever you go on trips like this with people, I feel like it forever like bonds you with them. You know what I mean? I went on a wellness retreat to Jamaica last year and literally just saw one of the women who I was on the retreat with at the grocery store and was like, you know, she put two little things on the conveyor belt and I had forgot my eggs because they were under my purse. So the eggs like $1. So I was like, oh, just put her stuff on there too. And she's like, oh, Brittany, you know, and I'm like, girl, you know what I mean? So it just makes you feel connected to people. You know, you just say hey to them and it's like, oh, let me buy that for you. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Just because of the experience we had together in that space, the way we shared. So I'm excited to have that connection with even more, you know, beautiful Black women because I think it's important for us to develop those types of bonds with each other. I think it's going to help us in the long run to be able to have that type of community. So I'm really excited. And y'all, anywhere where there's a beach, anywhere where there's a beach. But now y'all telling me y'all gonna bring me to a beach with a whole bunch of beautiful Black people on it, child. I can't wait. I am excited. What's the weather like in November? Because, you know, I know it's different.
It's
We're on
hot
different sides of the
all
earth.
year. It's hot all year round.
Okay.
But you're coming out of rainy season. going into dry. So that's like a transitional time.
That's probably going to be some real nice weather, because I know that's the same. I mean, it's the same thing for us. We're coming out of hurricane season in November, and it's usually some of our best weather if we can get it not to be so damn humid.
Yeah, and that's why I chose November, because I was thinking, okay, it's not going to be, it's going to be hot, of course, but it's not going to be as much rain, but it won't be too hot. So, but with global warming, you
never know.
You never know.
Never know.
So, but we're hoping for like very good weather.
Does anybody in the chat have any questions for the ladies? Is there anything else you guys would like to add as far as what everyone should know or expect for the trip? I've only been around my mom. Oh, Samantha, you got to get out of that, girl.
Yeah, and the thing is, one thing that we are trying to focus on at Reset by Design Wellness is also building community, like a genuine community, not the fake, the girl power stuff. Like, no, I'm talking genuine community.
Yes.
It's going to be a safe space, a space where everyone's welcome, meaning Black women, especially for this retreat, and a space where you can be who you are.
Yes.
Just be, you can be who you are. Just have grace for other people. No, there won't be any negativity, none of that. First off, we're all on our grown woman stuff, so we're not doing the negativity. We're all about the healing and building community and focusing on ourselves, so centering ourselves.
And I feel like a lot of us are going through transitions right now. There's so much happening in the world. I think this is perfect for everybody to disconnect from America. Like, I'm just saying, girl, I would love to just go ahead and unplug from America for a little while. America is stressful, and I feel like we really don't have a concept of the fact that this is not the only place in the damn world. This is not the only society in the world. There are other places where this is not, as important. Like, what's going on over here is not important to people over there. So I think there's a freedom in us being able to go over there and blend. Like, even if, we're not blending as much, it's still not the same as going to a country full of white people. So I can't tell y'all how excited I am for all of the aspects of that, to experience what it's like to see a whole bunch of Black people walking around. Do you need to get shots or vaccinated?
Yes, so on our website, I did include a link to the Ghana Embassy, and you can also get information on the State Department's website. Actually, some insurance companies as well, they'll actually tell you if you tell them the location you're going to. So when you go see your doctor, they'll have all that information in the system. But yes, you do need a yellow fever vaccination. There are other ones that they offer. But this was years ago for me, so that's why we include that link so everyone can actually go in and get the updated information. If you are attending the retreat, I'm going to stay on top of getting that information out to the attendees as well. But we still encourage people to do their own research. But yeah, yellow fever is the vaccination that I had to get. I think I got maybe another one, and then I got some malaria pills. My doctor suggested some other vaccinations. I decided not to go with those, and yeah, I was fine, but that may not be the same for everyone. So it's pretty much individual. If they offer you the vaccinations and you want to take all of them, go ahead, but it's pretty much up to you. But that yellow fever, you have to have the yellow fever card to enter.
Okay, good to know. I'm sure they probably were also asking, do you need to be COVID vaccinated? Which I think not at this point.
Right now, I don't think, the last time I checked, you didn't have to, but like that's one of those things that we have to constantly stay updated on, because they can change their requirements at any time. The last time I checked, no, the COVID vaccine wasn't a requirement. What else? So we vaccine, yellow fever, you have to have a visa. So you need a visa to enter Ghana. So you also need time for that. And it's supposed to be a minimum of 6 months left on your passport from when you depart. But my suggestion is to have more time on your passport, more than 6 months.
Okay.
But yeah, but the visa, the vaccination, the amount of months on your passport, you need those things.
Okay. Okay. So I didn't even know about the visa.
You need a visa.
So,
yeah.
okay.
And then people, if anyone has questions, they can reach out to us and, just ask any questions that they have. If they have questions about pricing, I'm also a travel agent, so there are other things that we possibly could do for them to pay for the retreat, but they have to reach directly out to us for that.
Okay. All right, so y'all have to reach out to resetbydesignwellness.com in order to get any information that you guys need. Do you have any more questions in the chat before I let these ladies get back to work? We just wanted to make sure that we, put a face on it so you can see who is throwing the retreats, who is going on the retreats. The visa process is easy and pretty quick. I just help my parents do it. Okay. All right, child. Look, my passport is very much up to date and has at least a few years left on it, child, because y'all know just went to the DR. So my passport is good. I did not know I needed a visa. But yeah, I'll have to go ahead and, start doing all of the stuff that I have to do too, child. I got to go to the doctor. We got to do all of this stuff. So I'm glad we did this so I can know.
So we need
okay.
people to sign up. We need them to sign up so we can get the ball rolling.
Yes. Okay. So if you guys want to go ahead and sign up today, please do so. resetbydesignwellness.com. Okay. Would you ladies like to add anything else before we say goodbye?
Kina?
No, just it was a pleasure meeting you all virtually, and I hope to see everyone on the retreat.
And same here. Thank you, Bondy, for having us. And I look forward to seeing all of you at the retreat and just having a good time and getting to know everyone and helping people get to that space where they're centering themselves.
Yes. We gotta censor ourselves, y'all. I'm trying to tell them. All right, y'all. Well, I will talk to you guys offline. Thank you guys for watching. And once again, resetbydesignwellness.com to sign up for the Ghana retreat happening in November. All right, ladies. Talk to y'all later.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.